My worst crash was probably when I fractured my ankle. Honestly, coming down the hill, got stuck in a little ditch and then twisted my bars and I just flung over the whole bike and then my ankle just folded like that. So yeah, probably that. Shit, my biggest flex? I don't know. What's my biggest flex? I don't know. I listen, I like to be a humble guy. Okay. My biggest flex. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna answer this as humble as I can. Probably my sponsors. Not really a flex, but not a lot of 14-year-olds that I don't even race dirt bikes, so not a lot of 14-year-olds that don't even race dirt bikes get some sponsors. So I'm gonna say that, yeah. What do you plan on doing with your life in the future? That sounded like a very targeted question. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if I want to go to college or not. I probably won't, to be honest, but I mean, if I can't go to college, I'm not going to go to college. But for a job, I want to be two completely separate things. Either I want to be an architect, which you do have to go to college for, or I want to be a mechanic for pro dirt bike racers. I think that would be sick, like supercross, motocross, stuff like that. Either that or honestly just keep doing this, seeing how far this takes me. How much profit do you make off of merch? Okay. Damn, we're getting into some deep questions. I'm not gonna put out an exact number. I mean, okay. Off of t-shirts, I think I'm making like $20 profit or something like that. And then stickers, I'm making 100% profit. I mean, so I'm making $5 off of each sticker and I'm making like $20 off of each t-shirt, which is not a lot of money. I'm not really doing the merch thing for the money. I'm kind of just doing it honestly just to have fun with it. Have you ever got into it with one of my, I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay. This wasn't really getting into it, but I had a sponsorship going with a company, and they were like a clothing brand for dirt bike riders. So what I do, and the stuff they were having like a bunch of like female models, and they were like basically like half clothed. I mean, and they were like making them do like all sorts of inappropriate stuff. And I don't want to be like promoting a company that does that. So I told them, I was like, the stuff you guys post is like really stupid and inappropriate. I'm just gonna drop my sponsorship. They're like, oh, okay. And then they banned me. And then they blocked me on Instagram. So they're very professional people. All right, it is Tuesday. It's about, I think it's like 11:30 right now. The 250 is torn apart just a little bit. We got the rear tire off. The 250 is getting a brand new set of tires as well as the 450. We already got one new tire on for the 250. We're gonna be putting the rear tire on for the 250 later today. And then the 450 we'll probably do later this week, but I'm still running Dunlops. A lot of people asked if I was gonna switch the brands of my tires, and I decided not to. I like Dunlops. My KLX 140 had Dunlops. I loved those. Those worked amazing for me. This bike originally had Dunlops too, so decided to keep going with Dunlops. I did switch up the type of tires. So the original tires that were on my 250, those tires were, they were a little bit softer. So those tires were more for like, just strictly trail riding. What we did is we ended up getting some harder tires since I am doing a little bit of motocross now and trail riding. I wanted to get some harder tires, just something that would be good to just grip the ground more when I'm riding a track. So we did switch up the types of tires, but the brand we're still running with Dunlop. Okay, so there is something that I do want to talk about with you guys as the title and the thumbnail of this video. There is actually a few things that I do want to talk about. Starting off with the first thing is, I don't know if you guys have noticed already, but we are switching up the content a little bit on the YouTube channel. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to make these videos just strictly vlogging my week of whether I'm on the bike, off the bike, a little behind the scenes, stuff like that. If you guys, what I've been telling people is I want you guys to go search up Dayton Briggs on YouTube. Watch a few of his videos. That's kind of the stuff that we're going to try to aim for, as well as Chase Sexton. A lot of you guys obviously know him. but he makes YouTube videos here and there, and that's another type of style video we're going to try to recreate. First thing. The second thing that I want to talk about is the title of this video, which is we're rebuilding the 250. Maybe that's a little over exaggerated, but there is a lot of stuff that we are going to be doing to the 250. So I've had this 250 for a few months now. Haven't done one thing to it so far, except new levers, and that's pretty much it. There are a few pretty big things that we are going to be doing to the 250. So for those who don't know, here in California we have a riding season. So our riding season is it ends in May and it starts in October. The reason why is because it gets up to 115 degrees in California. No one's riding their dirt bike in 115 degree weather. I mean, maybe during the summer we'll go out maybe once or twice, maybe 3 times at you know, if most. But another reason why is because it's so hot, a lot of the riding facilities, whether they're trail riding places or tracks, they close down due to the heat because they feel it's unsafe for the workers to be there in the heat, or the riders, or both, I meant. So since the riding season is coming to an end, I had half of my riding season on my old 140 and then half of my riding season on the 250. But next season is going to be my first official season with the 250, having it for the whole season. So there's a decent amount of stuff that I want to do to it just to get it ready for that. Starting off with the first thing is new tires. Some new tires all set up for the 250. We have the front on. We're going to be putting the rear on later today. Like I said earlier, we are still running Dunlops. This is my tire. For those who want to know, I am running MX53s. This whole set of tires for both of the bikes cost us about a little more than $500. I don't know if you guys have ever got a new set of tires before, but they make a big difference when it comes to riding the bike. New tires on a dirt bike, the whole bike feels completely different in a better way. The next thing that I'm going to be doing to this bike is I'm going to be kind of tuning the suspension a little bit. So my suspension is really soft right now, which I do like for trail riding. But since I am doing a little more motocross now, or I will be in the future, we're going to try to stiffen up the suspension a little bit, but not too much. That's another thing we're going to be doing to the bike. And another thing that I'm going to be doing to the bike is we're going to be getting a whole graphics kit out for this thing. So this does have a Pro Circuit Monster Energy graphics kit on it. I like the kit a lot, but I am going to be getting my own custom graphics kit from Backyard Design. Something that I've been wanting to do for years is get a custom graphics kit for myself. Something that you guys are going to be seeing on the bike within the next 2 to 3 months. That is another thing that's really not cheap. That's going to be running me about $400 to $500 as well. Also, possibly some new handlebars, some new pegs, shifters, stuff like that. My whole budget for this bike is honestly about $2,000. Try to keep it under $2,000, but it's definitely a decent amount of stuff that I want to do to the 250, just to get it ready for the next season and stuff like that. I'm also really stoked to be working with these new companies that I never thought I would be working with, like, ever. So thank you guys so much for that, really. But I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, technically, I mean, the word rebuilding for the bike is kind of a little excessive, but your boy needs his clickbait. Yeah, like I said, you guys are going to be seeing a lot of vlog type content like this. I mean, if you guys look back at my older videos, you know, I was like giving you guys like tips and tricks, doing e-bike videos, doing specific videos, talking about certain things, but we're just going to be vlogging throughout the whole week, cram it all into one video, and we're going to be posting every single Wednesday now. But yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in. The 250 is going to look sick.